have seen what man can do when the evil lives inside of you.
I'm Glynn Wilson with the Locust Fort News Journal, locustfort.net. We're down here on the tip of the Fort Morgan Peninsula, looking for the evidence of oil, BP's oil slick up here in Mobile Bay and on the beaches. It's June the 4th, the day the oil hit the beaches of Gulf Shores and Orange Beach.
Take me down to
probably the last day.
Think the oil's going to get up in here?
Yes, sir. Since from the signs we see right now, it'll be on in here, and this will be the end of the fishing.
For how long do you think?
Something like this, probably 10, 15 years. This really hurts. We won't be able to do this anymore.
Are you mad at BP?
Very mad at BP. People that don't even care about the environment.
What do you think about the government response? Federal and state, local?
Federal and state need to get involved. They say they are, but they need to get involved instead of standing by the sidelines and watching.
take me down to the water. We're gonna wash our souls clean.
I'm right here by an active loggerhead sea turtle nest on the beach within yards of the Gulf of Mexico where the tar balls are now rolling in. This is turtle nesting season on the beach. The oil mixed with chemical dispersant washing in is toxic to the eggs, just as it is for the threatened white pelicans and all the other wildlife nesting here this time of year. Now the apocalypse feared along the Gulf Coast since BP's rig blew up April 20th is becoming a horrible reality. We hooked up with Mobile attorney Jim Frost to check on the wildlife on Galliard Island in Mobile Bay, where the largest population of pelicans in Alabama make their nests. As we were talking earlier, you were saying that the smell just started showing up.
Yeah, we were here last weekend and there was no smell. Everything was fine. And we got over here this afternoon, and as soon as I walked through the house and out on the front porch on the bayfront, that just hit you. A very heavy smell like diesel or something. A very heavy petroleum smell. Gave my wife a headache and kind of gives me a sore throat. I can smell it right now as we're riding here by the island.
As a trial lawyer and as a citizen, as a property owner and a fisherman, what do you think of this whole BP mess?
Well, I mean, you characterize it right. It's a mess. You know, it never should have happened to begin with, of course. And what really galls me is that BP didn't have a workable plan for what they were going to do if something like this were to happen, because they didn't have the tools to come in and contain it. Even if they had a plan, they didn't have anything to implement the plan. And so, you know, they've been very cavalier about the whole thing. This BP president or CEO or whatever he is, you know, gets on and talks about how he's ready to get this over with so he can get his life back. You know, and I'm thinking about, well, what about the life of all these people who live here on the coast, the fishermen and the oystermen and the people who make their living off of tourism? You know, those are the lives that he should be concerned with. You know, he signed up to run this company and take care of problems like this, but they have no way to do it. And there's no telling when they're going to do it, if they're going to do it.
I think that they're out there right now trying to figure out ways to capture oil instead of ways to stop it from leaking.
I have no idea. I wouldn't speculate on what somebody's doing, but I can talk about what I know about the success of what they've done, which is zero.
Do you think there should be criminal liability for criminal negligence?
Well, Glenn, I don't know the facts. I don't know what laws they would charge them under, and I don't know what facts would support that. You know, one thing I've learned as a trial lawyer is never speculate. You know, you gather the evidence and you get your best hold, you make your arguments, and but I won't speculate, so I don't know. But
there ought to be an investigation.
There ought to be an investigation, of course, and I don't know if Congress is the right people to do it, though. I really think they ought to let the states investigate. You know, let Bobby Jindal take care of it.
At the Little Lagoon Pass on West Beach and Gulf Shores, we found workers closing off the channel into the bayou with a mountain of sand.
With respect to the shoreline, again, I've been here today up and down the beach working with the local teams. These teams are folks that are from a local unemployment office.
No, they're from the state prison.
Prison labor?
Yeah.
The governor know this?
Yeah, the governor knows that.
He approved it?
He must have. Do I agree with it? If he did, no. I don't agree with it. They ain't got local citizens here that can help. They can go to Alberta, they can go to Lillian, they can go to Josephine. We got people over there that'd be glad to come over here and work with them.
They're using convict labor.
They're using convict labor.
It's been 47 days since BP's oil rig, the Deepwater Horizon, blew up in the Gulf of Mexico, creating the worst environmental disaster in American history. No matter what BP officials say, the people of the Gulf Coast will be living with the economic and environmental impacts of this spill for many months, maybe years. This is Glynn Wilson for the Locust Fork News Journal at locustfork.net.